But what I want to do first is a fun little activity, and it's called a U-shaped. What you're going to be doing right now is revealing to your classmates what your hidden agenda is. You might be discovering that some of you have the same agenda as someone else. If you have found that, let's say there's 3 of you with the same agenda, sort out between the 3 of you who is further left, i.e. pro-equality, and who is further right, i.e. pro-freedom, amongst the people with the same agenda.
I feel really good.
Free business. So are we? I want to go to the left.
Yeah. I think more than you would be fast.
That's a great question. I want you guys to quickly answer that. How did the rich and the poor, to quote Jordan, how did the rich and poor fight differently in Shire? Go, talk about it.
Well, at the beginning you were saying like they didn't want them like, because they were the rich, but they would think because I was making
really loud, Connor.
The rich fought more for the money, and the poor fought more for like possessions, like food and health and education.
I think that it was just like the 2 different parties, with exception to me, because like I think that's why I got in, is because I appealed to the poor people, and and that's how we kind of scared them at the beginning, because we didn't want a rich majority and controlling, or rich minority or whatever, controlling the country, and that's how I got more people on my side.
Fascinating point. Everyone in the class, point to the richest person in Shire.
See?
And yet, Brody got into government in the final year, the year 2002, as the richest man in the Shire, appealing to who?
The poor.
The poor.
But they all died.
But what?
I said in my speech, like he was like President Bush, lying. He didn't do what he said he was going to do. Never once did he do what he said he was going to do.
I don't think that's true, and I still because
I second that.
Well, because I would always have everything planned out, and when I would make speeches, I'd always have them written down, and I'd make sure when I could go to pass laws that that's where I'd get them from, is I'd look at what I had done in my speeches and like what I wanted to do.
Okay, anyone who had a family member die in the last year, please raise your hand. Okay.
Okay, but that's not your point. I wasn't here.
I'm not done. He's not done. Okay, so as I remember after watching the videos, I mean, the big speech was, okay, we're not going to let anyone die, you know? And I'm just pointing this out. You had the most money, and you had all the government-owned units, and you had pretty much everything in the game, and yet your philosophy of not letting people die, you did nothing.
Well, it's slightly like impossible. Basically, that's why I want to nationalize that. And then if I did that, but then everyone would be able to live, because then everyone would have all of them.
That's real.
And wait, but the thing is, nothing else was built, so that wasn't possible. For that to happen, everything else was built.
Me or Alex never got food. Never once did we ever
Didn't
get
get food, didn't get education, didn't get health.
We even gave money, but we still didn't get the food.
Stop and listen. Jordan brings up an example of a very, very fascinating point. And the point is the coordination of a country's economy. With this in mind, I'm going to ask you guys to move now on the issue of way over here on the right, the government would be uninvolved, no taxes, no government-run businesses like healthcare or education, nothing. Over here would be the furthest right. And over here on the left is the government controls everything because you can only trust the government to regulate and make things free.
Is this our opinion, or
this is your actual opinion? You guys are going to move. Where would you stand? Go, talk to me.
I don't know. Well, it's just your opinion. Do you think that the government should run everything, or do you think that it's
Troy, why are you between Cole and Nick?
Well, I believe that the government should be involved in some matters of the economy.
Like what?
Well, they should have some say in what goes on, but they should rely on the people to figure stuff out. Like, kind of a free economy, but overseen a little bit, supervising.
Some control, but I don't think that the government should have any control at all. And
If any of this is helping you change your mind, you have to move. Now you're all college students. Everyone over here is getting their college education paid for because they think the government should intervene.
Yeah.
Everyone over here is also thinking that they don't have to worry if they get pneumonia because the government has intervened in the economy so much that their health care is provided for. Everyone over here might disagree. How does this change your opinion between funding of education and healthcare?
Look at all the people.
It's relative. It doesn't matter. It's all relative.
I think
Maria, I'm going to ask you why you are where you are. What do you believe?
I think that government should own everything but the housing.
Everything but housing.
Yes.
Every mall in your perfect
No.
country.
Maybe not. Maybe not malls. Like they should own.
Every nightclub.
What's wrong with?
Every nightclub is owned by the government.
Okay, no.
that would keep crime down.
Government should own higher up stuff, like education.
Every bank is owned by the government.
Sure.